Imagine for a moment that your mind is not just a place where thoughts appear and disappear, but a magnet. Every image you hold, every feeling you nurture, every state you accept as true, whether consciously or unconsciously, draws experiences into your life that reflect it. This is not mere wishful thinking. This is not positive thinking on the surface. This is a universal principle. What you focus on, you attract. Your attention is the currency of creation. Wherever it rests, life begins to shape itself around it. Think back to times in your life when you were consumed by worry. Perhaps you feared losing something, money, love, security. What happened? Somehow the very thing you feared seemed to draw closer, until it eventually showed up in your world. On the other hand, recall a season when you were so absorbed by a goal, so convinced of its reality, that the right people and opportunities appeared as if by chance. Were those really coincidences? Or were they the inevitable outpicturing of your sustained focus? Neville Goddard taught that imagination is the creative power of God within you, and the way you use this power is through focus. Every time you return to an image in your mind, every time you dwell on a possibility with feeling, you are planting seeds in consciousness. Most people scatter their attention like a farmer tossing seeds on stone. They allow fear, doubt, and comparison to dominate their inner conversations. And then they wonder why their lives look so fragmented, so inconsistent, so full of contradictions. But the truth is simple. Your outer world is yourself pushed out. What you dwell upon within, you will meet without. Now let's be clear. Focus does not mean straining. It does not mean forcing yourself to think only happy thoughts while ignoring reality. True focus is selective attention. It is the discipline of withdrawing your energy from what you do not wish to perpetuate, and giving it instead to the reality you choose to experience. The question is, what do you allow to occupy your inner stage? When you scroll through social media, are you rehearsing envy, comparison, and lack? When you lie awake at night, are you replaying the same worries, the same doubts, the same stories of failure? Every one of these is a form of focus, and life is impartial. It simply reflects it back. The invitation is to become deliberate, to use the gift of focus consciously. If you desire abundance, do not focus on bills, on the anxiety of lack, on the endless calculations of how. Instead, assume the feeling of already being provided for. Let your mind rest on the satisfaction of plenty. If you desire love, do not focus on absence, on loneliness, on the ache of waiting. Instead, dwell in the joy of being cherished, the comfort of belonging, the sweetness of companionship. When you persist in this inner focus, something miraculous happens. The world begins to shift, not because you forced it, but because life has no choice but to mirror the state you occupy. Here is the paradox most miss. You cannot attract what you want. You attract what you are. To focus on wanting is to remain in lack. To focus on having is to call forth possession. The difference is subtle, but it is everything. Every time you say, I want to be, you are declaring that you are not. But every time you say, I am, with conviction, you are planting the seed of being that must bear fruit. This is why Neville urged us to live in the end. To focus not on the journey, but on the destination as though it were already here. Now, you may ask, what if doubt creeps in? What if the world contradicts my focus? The answer is simple: persist. Do not fight the doubt. Do not argue with appearances. Withdraw your attention from them as you would from a stranger on the street, and return gently to your chosen state. This is the true discipline, the mental diet. Guarding your focus as carefully as you would guard a precious treasure, because that's what it is. Your focus is the treasure chest that contains the future you will one day call reality. So I ask you, where are you placing your attention today? Are you watering weeds or cultivating roses? Are you dwelling on fear or feeding faith? Are you imagining problems or rehearsing solutions? What you focus on, you attract. And in every moment, you have the freedom to choose what that focus will be. Hear these words and let them settle deep within you. Your imagination is not fantasy. It is creation in its first form. Your focus is not wasted. It is the steering wheel of your destiny. Your assumptions are not neutral. They are the blueprints of your life. Choose wisely, focus deliberately, persist faithfully, and watch as the world rearranges itself to reflect the truth of your inner vision, because this law does not fail. And once you know how to use it, neither will you.